Hello again. This one has been left cooking for a little while. And while I have a lot of the upgrades available, it's still not all of that. I'm starting to have a feeling that I am being throttled somewhere. Like maybe there is an upgrade that I'm supposed to be picking up. Or maybe a path that should be self-evident that I would take, that I just haven't found yet. The point is, things appear to be slowing down quite significantly, and I don't really know what is up with that. But we are here. Let's go with all the savings and just buy everything that we can. So this will upgrade Scholar's Book to Hold Essence, which I do not know what is doing here, considering that we do not have anything that is Essence type and also has a cap. See, literally nothing happened. And where was it again? Essence resource cap. And it literally does not give any essence with a cap. That's just so weird. I don't get it. Well, let's imbue organic here. Okay, that probably has to stop like at level 5, right? These things usually turn into something else. One more capacity. I'm actually pretty okay with this. It's just the number of slots that is really getting to me. One improved alchemy. Nice. Wait, how did we get 160 billion control? Oh, right, that's the only essence that we do have with the cap. Well, okay then. In that case, grabbing one more alchemy recipe is not out of the question. Just need to burn through a metric ton of alchemic scrolls. That's doable, just gonna take a while. I still haven't decided if maybe I want to upgrade one more type of resource here, or just start going heavy with Hexed. Because really, if I grab one natural here that gives extra biotic capacity, and with the alchemical mastery giving me +3 anyway, that basically means that I would be able to just slot one of these refinements without actually doing one of these extract things that would allow it, so it's basically not gonna cost all that much. Maybe I could have organic essence, or better yet, occult essence, constantly running, no matter what loadout I'm going for. That does sound a little tempting. I still need to get a couple levels to get Ember up. These are quite big numbers for a resource that we are newly gaining and have no way of using it up. It's probably gonna be Ember construction that will finally give us something. Anyway, let's imbue some Ember and some occultic. Yep, everything just jumps up. Lovely. And finally, let's unlock witchcraft. Alright, witchcraft enhances hex resource generation. Perfect, exactly what I need. And magicianry. That gives magic resource quality. That one is... Oh, wait a minute. Right, amber is magic. Huh. Maybe that is what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to get to this point and then grind magicianry until the amber cost goes way down. Maybe. I don't know. I basically have an infinite supply of mage bloom now. I got 5 plants. I can just keep rotating them, and by the time the last one finishes, the first one is done growing again. I do happen to like that. I don't think there is anything else. I'm needing mage bloom at the moment, so let's just do this. 1 XP elixir. And just buy a whole lot of the stuff. There goes my occult essence again. Oh well. We will get it back. We have the technology. Ah, okay. Drink some mana potion. I don't really understand. What's the point of having this? Because you look at my generation and what it is giving me. It is so very negligible that it might as well just not exist. Maybe it's just here to make you constantly use your items, get you into the mindset or something, I don't know. Somehow we need to grind some verdant capacity. And a whole lot more occult essence. So obviously, that's not gonna happen today. I was also thinking about using these 5 empty plots to make another shaped ground. Because if you look at this water spring right here, this has a plot size of 6.5k, when all our other stuff is going in the tens of millions now. So I think I just want to check if maybe this base water per second changes at all if I use a bigger plot to build this. And since this is just generating, it is not gaining any sort of mastery. So it's not like it can get any bigger. I suppose we will see that one in time. And I had new discoveries. One more augment, let's see. We have dilated, plus 70% duration at a lower power and lower drain cost. I do have an extreme amount of toggled spells, almost all my spells actually. This might be beneficial, especially for something like alchemy stuff, like this Purify Orb. I do want it to keep going, even with a slightly lower power. That could be something. We also have efficient, lower power, but lower cost and drain, and generates mana affinity. I might have picked this one if it came earlier in the game, but as of right now, no thanks. Important. Casting other spells will reduce the augmented spell's remaining cooldown. Huh. Oh, look at this. Now, ain't that something? That could work for a lot of my stuff. Like Emblem of Formation, a tuned orb. I do have a lot of things with pretty high cooldowns, paired with cantrips that are very quick to cast. Interesting. But I already said that I'm not going to buy another level of augment. I am done with that life. So maybe just go for dilated. See about that. And what's it gonna do if I upgrade it? Extra max usage and extra charm spell duration. Well, literally all the spells that are toggled or channeled are charm spells. I don't think there's a single cantrip that is like that. Well, okay, that's a lie. Channel Spark is a cantrip, but other than that, I think there are none. I think I do want just one upgrade. Because I kinda wanna see how one extra level factors into it. Okay. Wow, I'm really not using the basic ones that you start with, huh? All the others are situational. Well, I have strong. That's all I need. I am a one-trick pony, soon to be two-trick with the cursed. And that's okay. So, what should we do? 278. If I get a little more, I could use the cube to maybe get a new spell. That would be something. And I'm back to the problem that I started with. Things are simply slowing down too much, and I do not know which direction I would want to take. If you have any ideas, I am open to suggestion, I think. So really, what am I supposed to do here? Let's switch back to Alchemy. How's my reserve level? Acceptable? Okay. Yeah, and it doesn't even matter how much capacity I got. It's just full immediately. Do I even care about Alchemy Command anymore? Probably not. Okay, let's buy one Hydro Aura that gives base water. Let's see how that changes. That doesn't change because Water Spring does in fact give base water. But what this means is that I can safely dismantle the first water spring. And I would still generate water, so that is good. Auto alchemy. Extra base at sense resource rate. Not generated, but base. And refine organic doesn't say it's base organic essence per second. So this shouldn't count for anything except the water. Yep. And I don't even think Okay, I have a little bit of base control. Okay. So really, I'm not helped with these upgrades. So what should I do? Maybe I'm supposed to grind my basic stuff up to a certain level. Not going for the minions here. Okay, how much alchemic scrolls can I make? Let's find the setup that I had for it. The loadout was alchemy, I do remember that. And it's all good. Still need a better way of making force bark. I'm not getting the trillions this way. Also need to think about the upgrades. Great, that's one more thing that I have been neglecting. So now the limiting factor is, in fact, the Thaumic Scroll, which in turn is limited only by my knowledge. But to make Thaumic Scrolls, we go with this. Yep. Get a little crit action going. Okay, let's see. 47.5 billion. If we can believe the numbers. Now let's see. That's gonna change over 100-fold. Yeah, I have a feeling this is gonna be enough Thaumic Scrolls, at least for a while. Oh, over 2 minutes of crafting. Well, I'll be here for a while. On the upside, the limiting factor of alchemic scrolls is gonna be the force bark. So what do I do about it? Okay, now we're full on that. And I want some thaumaturgy as well, so we're gonna do this song and dance. Okay, 3.59 trillion paper. I think that's good enough. And now what? Yeah, it all comes back to agromancy. I just can't get away from it. Even though I can make ironwood with alchemy. Harvesting the tree is just faster in the long run. Speaking of, let's actually do that. Just getting with the building resource, equipment. And then we move onto one of these curses. I had to make two, because I cannot actually modify the vilify spell, so I'm gonna need two of that. And switch midway. Not with the iron wood, because it's just over too quickly, but whenever I'm harvesting Mage Bloom, I tend to do that. So we recharge first to get some sweet cursed emblems. And now we do this. And you can see how fast we are going with ironwood. I do like this. So I either keep organic essence going for one more imbue organic, or switch over to occult essence. Maybe try to accumulate a little, and in the meantime try to get more verdant energy. There's also another imbue occultic in here. Yeah, I might be just ever so slightly lost in the sauce over here. Okay, let's wait for the cursed emblem to fall off a little, so I can see the actual cost in here. And the current loadout is actually using the enchant essence, giving essence quality. So I would actually need to use less alchemic scrolls than I would normally. So even with that, it's 248 million. Yikes. Okay, back to lumber generation. And maybe just keep cutting down forest trees. It's really identical to just chopping down a regular tree, but you also gain a lot more force bark out of it. And with the growing speeds that I have going on, I don't actually know why you would want to keep peeling the bark. Because look, it takes about 3 minutes for a tree to be fully grown if I peel the bark. But if I were to cut it down, that's 4 plots. 20 seconds per plot. And then the oak tree just grows in a single minute. I think it is sustainable enough to just keep cutting these things down. So let's do that. And then just keep playing around like this. One positive of this way is that we just keep generating more amber without having to touch the alchemy side of things. Okay, that's all we got out of it. Give me something that generates force bark. And maybe then I would be happy. I don't know. Go for containment. Or for sorcery. Let's just take everything that increases the ember cap. Maybe if we buy this stuff, then we would know better. Still not quite sure if I can push it up to the millions that it is demanding of us. Okay, sorcery gives bigger bonuses. And what about these books? Yeah, the Scholar's book really gives more. I think I should be focusing on that. Little bit of magic in here. Okay, the thermic volume is even better for the ember. Oh, what do we get? Threads of development for 30 seconds. Super fast attribute develop speed and concept speed. Well, okay then. Little bit of base control over here. That's nice. And do I care about Mentorist's book? Gives mentor resource quality. But I have infinite generation of my mentor resources. Not even gonna touch the printing station anymore. I just have too much paper. Amplifier, extra generator. It improves druidic talisman. And you can never have too much wood. The only problem happens if you have the wood for too long, but having too much is not a problem. Okay, working with scholar books. Okay, now the paper cost is also in the trillions, so it's not even gonna be enough. But still, I can work with this. 815. Still far away from 3.5 mil. Magic, magic, magic. What gives me magic quality? Not sure. Well, in that case, let's just spam some thermic volumes. Gently, of course. Don't want to run out of wood. I think for now, Maybe I want to stop it at 1,000,000. And then I just had an idea. To use the cube. And see how far I can push everything. 990. You know what? Good enough. Level 10. Maybe we can push for that a little bit. Engineering helps with all the costs. Okay, maybe if I spam a little woodworking. Extra building resource quality helps me with the costs. Gonna need some more psi, so... Okay. Let's just pretend that I know what I am doing and we are fine. In which case... we go back to this. Material savvy is slowly but surely helping us out, lowering the drain. And refinementship is not actually helping us as much as one would think. That base rate, not applicable. Okay, there's an XP. We did not get anything new from it. But alright. Okay. Not a chance. Okay, how much can we make? Says 22.7 million. Of course, that's a lie. Maybe I don't go with a max stack. Do something a little smaller like this. Okay, this is still generating a fairly acceptable amount. Oh, right. I always keep forgetting to put back down the reserve level. And now we have a button for leveling all. But I really just like clicking the stuff one after the other. After all, that is what this game is all about. Okay, now we can definitely buy another spell with the assistance of the cube. So that is nice. My agromancy isn't running. So we we might as well. And we have enough space for max druid level. Okay, give me one of these. And then... okay, 20. That gives us a decent amount. $112. Yeah, gonna do it a couple more times. But for that I do need some more force bark. And this takes alchemic scrolls also. Well, okay then. For now, let's keep a bunch of trees running. It will be over all too soon. So the cube presently increases our resource cap by 2,500%. That's 25 times. That can be right. That's just too much. Well, let's see. Oh. Oh, goddamn. And I'm still full. Look at that. Okay, with the cube, I do have enough amber. Not quite enough for the imbue, but enough for all the workshops. Okay, that's gonna take a little finagling, but we can in fact do that. Now let's see, craft lightning. Extra energetic resources gained. Maybe if I pair this with regular force bark generation, that can help me out. We also have meditation. Needs one more level in Scholar to use properly. Amplifies the generation of elemental and mental resources. Well, I'm fine on elemental, thanks. Gives mind affinity. Yeah, these are all basic resources, and I'm all set on those. And this is haste. Imbue the caster with frenetic energy, increasing the speed of physical actions. And that is crafting, harvest, weave, and gather speed. Interesting. And out of all of these, I think I'm gonna have to grab Craft Lightning. Oh, okay, let's see. Weight of 4. I can turn it into 3. With a weak glyph. And where is it? Okay, here it is. Just out of curiosity, if I use dilated, that's gonna turn you 18.4 from 10.8. Yep, that's quite the extra duration. But if I were to double up on it... Okay, so the duration seems to be increasing linearly. And everything else is multiplicative. So about half power, but more than twice the duration. And half the drain cost. I think I actually can live with that, especially for these kinds of spells. Now, how to slot it in? Probably have to dismantle one of these other loadouts that I have. Maybe the first one. Not really using kinetic mind anymore. Not even sure why not. That's actually just the quickest way to get back all the mental resources. Weak ocular magnification. Just to deal with the cooldown. Yeah, I kinda wanna keep this one. It is efficient. I just forget to use it. Then we got this. Kinda don't need this one actually. Psychic Blast, 2 Conjure Lives, and the Channel Spark. I think the only reason I had this was making the Force 3 needed Verdant and Spark, but I actually have enough passive that if I crank up the reserve all the way up, I don't even need to think about that. So I can use up all my Force Spark on this and all my Thaumic Scrolls, but that is why I keep it, right? This one's still going. So... back to the alchemy setup. Wait for the cooldowns. And that should be the end of it. And after that... I will probably switch to Ember Generation. Some more transmute power, because you can never have too much of that. We're still gaining some. We can even get another round of Purifying Orbs by the time. Just for the last couple seconds. Well, okay then. Still not gonna be enough. Oh, goddammit. Just barely over, huh? Well. 248. Get some more of this. And now we need to be careful with the water levels a little bit. Alright. So we get the quality over here. That's base. That's generation. If I go back to saving mode, how much is that gonna cost? Okay, it's down to 220. It can be done. Any cooldowns I need to take care of? Let's get the cube of cooldown. Now, what's this gonna be? Transmute wood. I'm good, thank you. Crafting potion. Takes a lot of expert items. And one more, artificer. But it gives double crafting power and natural resource quality and lower crafting cost. So you make more for less. This is actually very nice. Only for 7 seconds though. Ooh, enchant hexed. Needs a whole lot of alchemy. It's a super high cost, but still. Even more. Hex quality. And hex gained. I am so very tempted to just go with this one. But at the current stage, I kinda need to craft a whole lot of things, so crafting potion might be what would save me a couple hours. Oh, but I do want this. Yeah, I'm just going all on for everything hex. I'm a witch and I don't care. And I still have a little left over. Maybe I should be raising my alchemy level. I just don't like the drain. Okay, this barely tipped over wood into the negatives. But that can be remedied with a little extra generation, I think. Or not. Well, okay. Good enough, I think. So, where do we go from here again? Right, let's get some forest trees going. You see it has the spark cost. Let's make 3. And then crank up the reserve. And that's gonna take care of that. Perfection. I have a feeling that it's probably a bug or something with this, because it keeps listing the size of the plots that you end up destroying, like with the trees, as you can see. I don't know how to fix it. Can't see into the code, but I think that is what is going on in here. 334. How low do I need to get it? Oh, level 10. 45,000 times the size. That's already better than the 6.49. So... 2 minutes, you say? Well, okay. Let's try this. 81.3k at the base, at the minimum druid level. And now we destroy this. I better not be regretting this later. And now we do this. And hopefully we will see a difference. I need this for the quality. That's too much. Okay, so channel control is enough for the ancient hex. That's good. I can make another loadout with that. We might just do that in a minute. That's base. And that feels up to the cap. Okay. Just gonna wait for this to finish, so I can move stuff around. Okay, 45k size. Okay, and now it's generating 209. And it was 83 at base level. Okay, so the size of the plot does in fact matter with the water spring. It's just that it doesn't actually do anything, it's purely passive. So the recovery size does not even mean anything for it. Okay, I wasted a bit of resources, but at least now we know. And that's gonna keep us afloat for a little while longer. So that's good. Put this back on. Make some more trees. Can do this. Put it back down. Okay. think this is the time when we go back to making amber, right? And I did have a loadout for that. And it is draining. Ah, the potion is draining. Oh, the water. Well, it can't be helped. We can. Oh, just one short of using amber again. And that's just evil. Now I need one more extract mage bloom. Then I need to get back to harvesting. Okay. You know what? I don't actually need to do that. What am I talking about? Everything is perfectly fine. I just need more enchant transmutations. $7.96. It doesn't change all that much. Does this change the drain on everything or just the transmute? Okay, so it is specific to the thing that it enchants. Let's grab an amber meal. Good enough. Oh, I'm still on this. I see. That doesn't do wonders for my generation. Maybe this for extra magic resource. Just keeping the static gauntlets for it to gain mastery. Now, which one? Go back to the cube. And I'm also out of time, but I do want to see something. Wanted to do the cube. Supercharge my amber a little bit. And to do that, I'm going to need... Where are you? One more attune orb, I think. So maybe if I remove the construct from here and the conjure life, I could place a powerful attune orb in here. And that's probably the best way to go about it. Because I could go for dilated. But I don't want staying power. I want generation. And this should do it. So if I am right, first we use the cube, and then the attune orb. Yep, it's good. No drains here. What about now? Nope, does not affect Ember itself. Well then. What if I do this? And again. Okay, this is gonna work. Ember construction. Now what do we get? Ember Artificer. Learn how to craft resources using physical means. And that requires more than the cube can give me. Unfortunately. Sigil crafting. Learn how to make magical sigils using ember and ironwood. Huh. That's another hexed resource. I do want that. Crafted symbols used to bind large quantities of magic. Okay. Maybe that is how we supercharge our cap. Interesting. What else do we have? Force Totem. Gives base force bark per second. Ah, yes please. That is what I have been missing. Finally, something at the base rate. I can work with this. And an acceleration station improves alchemy speed, increasing cost and output. Huh. Okay, let's just buy one. We're gonna see how to offset the extra drain. So far so good. Now, was that really it? I gained literally nothing else from it. Well, on the bright side, now having another artifact is almost within reach. Did not see the final numbers with the cube, but maybe this is also possible if I could work out the billions of scrolls. Oh goddamn, that's quite the drain. You know what? I don't want this. Yeah, I think this is quite enough. So that is good. And there's nothing else currently. Just gonna increase the caps a little bit. And then go for Ember Artificer, I think. Again, with the help of the cube. Okay, well at least it looks like we are getting somewhere. So that is good. Next I'm gonna generate a boatload of Thaumic scrolls. And then we're back in business. So yeah, things picked up a little bit, only to slow down again. Oh, Scroll of Advancement. Bonus levels. I'll find a way to use that responsibly. But for now, let's take a break. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.